This is in Sports Center. This is We Are Perryville. Hi, I'm Caleb Canova.
And I'm Kaylee Young. We are here today talking about why Perryville Elementary School is the top school in the district.
Here is one of our reporters talking about tests and assessments.
Thank you, Caleb. My name is Reagan Maddox, and I'm here today to talk about tests and assessments. Right now, I'm down here at Perryville Elementary School to talk about how assessments help their students to achieve their goals. Down to Miss Allen's room to talk about how the MAP test benefits students. I'm here with Miss Allen. Now, how do the MAP tests help your students be successful?
Well, the students and I like the MAP tests because they let us know what the students have learned, what the students need to learn, their growth goals, and I like how the MAP test is specifically designed where they can see the specific skills that they need to work on. And so we set goals every time we take the MAP test, and the students can see, if they've reached their goal or not.
Thank you. Hello, what is your name?
My name is Caleb Sutton.
Well, Caleb, how do personal goals encourage you to do better?
I usually set my goals for a 90 or higher, and they encourage me to do better in class and play sports and get better grades for sports so I can play.
Thank you, Caleb. Let's go down to Miss Mason's room to talk about common assessments. I'm here with Miss Mason. How do common assessments help your students in school subjects?
Our common assessments are linked to our Common Core standards, and those are what we have to teach by and what every first grader needs to know by the end of the year. So if they complete the assignment on the test and they master that skill, then we know that they've met the standards that they have to have for first grade.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here's a Perryville student. What is your name?
William Hardesty.
How do tests tell you that you are successful?
Because I study for a 100.
Thank you. Now let's head down to Miss Maddox's room. I'm here with Miss Maddox. Now tell me, why do you give your students exit slips?
I give my students exit slips to see if they've learned what I've taught every day.
Thank you. Hi, what is your name?
My name is Marshall.
Eli, how do exit slips help you understand what you're talking about?
Exit slips help us understand the topic of the day.
Thank you. In addition to exit slips, you also have flashbacks. Tell me a little about them.
Flashbacks, they teach me stuff that I did in the past.
Thank you, Eli.
Thank you, Reagan. That was a lot of information about one topic, don't you think?
Yeah, it was, and it's one of the reasons why they had great test scores.
Speaking of test scores, didn't Perryville earn the highest status a school can attain?
Yes, that's one reason. Perryville also scored the highest percentile a school can achieve. They were the first school in Bull County to do this.
Perryville was the only school in Bull County to be distinguished 3 consecutive years.
Perryville scored 100% in science and language 3 years in a row. They also increased their writing achievement 34 points to score 100%. They were ranked 3rd in proficient and distinguished writing out of all the schools in Kentucky. That's almost 1,000 schools. Wow!
They led their district in achievement gap and accountability scores. Perryville also accomplished the highest district scores in math, writing, and language mechanics. They were tied for science.
Perryville was ranked 17th out of 720 elementary schools in Kentucky. They were also voted Best Elementary School in the Advocate Messenger Best in Business contest.
And those were the top 10 reasons why they scored as well as they did. Now here's one of our reporters talking about how intervention and enrichment helped them on K-Prep.
Thank you, Kaylee. I am Eli Hunley, going to Miss Lee's classroom to talk about stations and how they make students improve. Hello, Miss Lee. How does stations help your students improve?
Stations help my students improve in a lot of different ways. We do a lot of different fun activities, from the computers to playing games for math. For reading centers, we read books, we work on our fluency, and we do a lot of phonics work.
Thank you, Miss Lee. Hello, what is your name?
Brianna Johnson.
What do you do in centers?
Well, in center number 1,
we go to the computers, and in center number 2, we do math worksheets. And in center number 3, we go to Miss Lee for math stuff. And then in center number 4, we go to we sit on the ground and do math games.
Thank you. Now let's head on down to Miss Clark's room and talk about how she uses technology for her intervention and enrichment. Now tell me, Miss Clark, why did you pick the game Wowzers for your students?
Well, Eli, there were really 3 reasons why I picked Wowzers. The first one is that it is individualized. The second is that it's standards-based, and the third is that it's really engaging. So what makes it individualized is that you guys can work at your own pace and work on the skills that I choose for you to work on. And so I kind of monitor your progress, and I'm able to place you on what you need to work on. So then it's standards-based because it aligns with our core content, and it's engaging just because the activities are fun.
Thank you, Miss Clark. Hello, what is your name?
My name is Austin Milburn.
How does Wowzers help you improve?
It helped me improve by decimals. Before, I was very behind in decimals, but thanks to Miss Clark's new program, Wowzers, now I'm ahead of the class.
Thank you, Austin Milburn. Now let's head on over to Miss Blair's classroom to talk about the importance of feedback. How does Review Friday help your students?
My students can look at ways to improve their writing and reading through Review Day groups. We do about 45 minutes in reading and look at learning targets that they did not master throughout the week. And then we look at our writing for about another 45 minutes to see how we can improve upon our pieces that we have written throughout the week.
Thank you, Ms. Blair. Hello, what is your name?
Jace Clements.
How does Review Friday help you?
It helps me master my content that I understand throughout the week.
Thank you, Jeff Clements.
Thank you, Eli. That was another reason for their great test scores.
Yeah, thank you, Eli. And here's our last reporter with teaching and learning.
Thank you, Caleb. My name is Hayden Kelly. Let's move down to Miss Settle's room to find out more about learning targets. Miss Settles, what is the reason for learning targets?
The reason for learning targets is so the students know what we're learning each day, and then we can refer back to them during each lesson.
Thank you. Hello, what's your name?
Titus Morgan.
What will you be learning today, Titus?
We are learning how to write and count 1 through 20.
Thank you. Let's move on to Miss Adams' room to find out how Perryville students became such good writers. Miss Adams, we understand that you do a lot of quick writes. How do those help your students?
Hayden, we do practice a lot of quick writes, and I think they help the students in a lot of different ways. But the main thing that they do is they help students get used to unfamiliar prompts, new prompts that they've not experienced before. It helps the students build endurance and stamina with their writing because they're asked to write continuously until the time is called. And it helps them a lot with idea development. It gives them time to practice supporting their ideas through writing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, what's your name?
Allie.
We know that you do a lot of short answers. How do those help you as a student?
They help me to restate properly and to understand the text to support my answer, and they help me to analyze the questions.
Thank you. Let's move on to Senor Hodges' room to find out how Spanish contributes to Perryville success. Senor Hodge, how does Spanish help the overall success at Perryville?
Well, Spanish is its own subject, but I think it complements a lot of the other things we're doing at school in the core content classes. For example, when we're learning about numbers in Spanish class, we are also practicing math. When we are taking different things we've learned and putting them together to form sentences, we are working on our language skills and really analyzing the grammar that goes into that. And in Spanish class, I try to make it fun, but it is something that is very complex. And so as we're learning Spanish, we're really creating new pathways in our mind, which are just contributing to our overall intelligence. And also, we use a lot of creativity in Spanish class. So I think it's something that definitely is a little part of contributing. And I think the more that we continue with Spanish, the more success we will see here at Perryville.
Thank you, Hayden. That concludes our presentation today. Bye.
Bye.
We are
Parable!